The Great Depression was a tough time for America. People were struggling to find work and keep a roof over their heads. Many people left their homes looking for jobs. California seemed like a land of opportunity. It was a place to start over and chase the American dream. John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men takes place during this time. It tells the story of two migrant workers, George Milton and Lenny Small, who are traveling together to find work. The story begins with George and Lenny on the run from their previous job in weed. They're making their way to a new ranch near Soledad, California. The story follows their experiences on the ranch and their interactions with the other characters. It's a story about friendship and hardship, dreams and the harsh realities of life. George and Lenny are an interesting pair. George is small and quick-witted. He is the protector and the brains of the duo. Lenny, on the other hand, is a large man with a mental disability. He is strong, but childlike in his understanding of the world. He depends on George for guidance and protection. Despite their differences, George and Lenny have a strong bond of friendship. They rely on each other for companionship and support in a world that often seems harsh and unforgiving. This bond is a central theme of the story. George and Lenny share a dream to own a small farm of their own. This dream represents hope and freedom from their current transient life. They dream of a place where they can belong, work for themselves, and live off the land. Lenny's dream is simple: to tend rabbits on their farm. This dream represents his love for soft things and his desire for a peaceful life. George's dream is more pragmatic: to have a place of their own where they can be safe and independent. Upon arriving at the ranch, George and Lenny encounter a cast of characters. Each character carries their own dreams and disappointments. Candy, an aging ranch hand, fears being replaced and discarded. He clings to the hope of a secure future. Curly, the boss's son, is a small and insecure man who asserts his power through aggression. Slim, the skilled mule driver, represents quiet wisdom and understanding. He becomes a source of support for George and Lenny. Section 5. The Shadow of Conflict. Curly's wife, never given a name in the story, is a young woman trapped in a loveless marriage. She seeks attention and companionship, but her actions often lead to trouble. Her presence on the ranch creates tension. She represents the danger and consequences of unfulfilled desires. Crooks, the black stable hand, is isolated and marginalized because of his race. He represents the prejudice and loneliness that existed during this era. His character highlights the theme of social injustice and the human need for connection. Section 6. A Dream Shattered. Tragedy strikes when Lenny, unable to control his strength, accidentally kills Curly's wife. This event shatters the dream that George and Lenny shared. Their hopes of a better life are destroyed in an instant. Lenny flees in panic, leaving George to face the devastating consequences. This event highlights the fragility of dreams and the unforgiving nature of fate. Section 7. A difficult decision. George is now faced with an impossible choice. He can either protect Lenny from Curly's wrath, knowing that Lenny will likely face a brutal end, or he can let Lenny face the consequences of his actions. This decision weighs heavily on George. He chooses to end Lenny's life himself, an act of mercy that tragically underscores the depth of their friendship. Section 8. The Weight of Dreams and Loneliness. Of Mice and Men explores the power of dreams, especially during difficult times. George and Lenny's dream, while simple, gave them a reason to keep going. It offered them hope in a world filled with hardship. The story also highlights the pervasiveness of loneliness. Many characters, like Candy, Crooks, and Curly's wife, are isolated and yearn for connection. Their loneliness emphasizes the importance of human companionship and the search for belonging. Section 9. The Fragility of Hope. The tragic ending of Mice and Men serves as a stark reminder of life's unpredictability. It shows how easily dreams can be shattered by unforeseen circumstances. It underscores the harsh realities faced by those living on the margins of society during the Great Depression. Despite the sadness and loss, the story also suggests that even in the face of despair, there is beauty in compassion and the enduring strength of human connection. Section 10. The enduring power of Mice and Men. Of Mice and Men remains a timeless classic because it speaks to universal human experiences. The themes of friendship, loneliness, the allure of dreams, and the struggle against fate continue to resonate with readers today. The story's message about the importance of empathy and understanding in a world often defined by hardship and inequality remains as relevant as ever. It's a story that stays with you long after you've finished reading it, prompting reflection on the nature of humanity and the search for meaning in a complex and often unforgiving world.